Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know this is closer than before and don't know if I like this distance, but welcome back. Hi, if you're new, welcome. This is my new YouTube channel and this is my first video of 2025. My name is Verity and I'm just here to chat and talk about my life experiences and everything that's been going on with me recently and my entail studying abroad and stuff. First of all, happy 2025. Today is the first Monday of 2025 as I'm recording this, and I can't believe that it's here. Like, it's a brand new year and I can't believe that so much has happened and so much is going to happen this year. I'm getting closer to my goals. I have a ton planned to get a ton more connections this year, as well as getting up with schoolwork and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be great. But today I just want to yap about whatever, mostly stuff that I realized that are quite important recently. First and foremost is to never let go of those who helped you when you were at your worst. Like, I recently just found out the reason that my closest friend, and I'm closer to my mom and my dad now, is because I can count on them. Because when I call my friend up and as I'm crying, as I'm angry, as I'm ready to talk about stuff, even though she's pretending, she's half listening, she's still there for me. And she asked me what's wrong, and it just makes me feel so comforted. You know, those are the real people. The people that never abandoned you when you're at your worst, when nobody wants to help you, but they're there as an entity, as a spirit, to calm you, to give you whatever you need, you know, because you feel like you could share your problems, your burdens, and they wouldn't judge you, or they wouldn't think of you differently because of that. And not a lot of people would do that, because humans are innately selfish. That's why your parents, your mom or your dad, not everyone, but our parents, generally speaking, there are some rare cases, are super duper caring because they're afraid something will happen to you, because they love you for who you are and they love you with unconditional love, and they're willing to be there for you when you are at your worst. Because when us humans are at our weak, when I was crying the other day, I was crying with my dad, I was like, everything was so wrong and everything's going so bad and the curtains aren't working and like I didn't get the job offer, yada yada yada. I just called him. It was like a time difference zone too, like a 12-hour time difference, and he picked up. And I will never forget this, because I don't talk with my dad, like not at all when we were close to each other, but with this distance I feel like I can call him whatever. And especially when I have a gigantic meltdown, he helped me. He told me that everything's going to be okay, that he's here for me, he loves me, and he's proud of me. Like, at those times when you need comfort, you need support, and you need people around you, and they show up without judgment, they show up to support you for who you are, even though you can't see it in that moment, it's just the biggest blessing. Because that's why people go into depression, because they feel like they have no support, they have no understanding, they have nowhere to go to. And we all have bad days, but and we all need support during tough times. So I'm super sorry if you don't have any people that in your life that would say those things to you in those moments, but always reach out to therapists or like friends or whoever, because I feel like that is super important, and it has taught me life lessons, taught me that everything will be okay, and it's just the biggest blessing to have people in your life like that. And I never realized like that I genuinely do have people caring for me on the other side of the world as an international student, you know. And I do have friends here as well that will care for me, like whenever I send them texts or whatever. So I'm super grateful for that. Like, they'll always support me, they'll always say the right things in the right moments. I'm super glad, grateful of that, because it sometimes that's all you need to, between even life or death, or depression or anxiety, or giving to positivity or negativity, because the mind is really complex, and sometimes it can't digest everything on its own. It needs inner, like, other people to help support. That's how humans are innately built. I'm not a scientist, whatever, but I'm just saying, like, emotionally, I'm saying all of this from my personal experience, is how I felt and how I feel like we as humans have to support some way each other in this earth. And secondly, I found out something is to just stay really positive, because in life you can choose to stay negative forever, or you can just choose to stay positive. Something I've learned to trick my mind into is to just keep on smiling, because if you're smiling, your brain automatically thinks that you're happy. And I used to have a lot of negative thoughts. Like, I'm someone who would, like, this is one of my biggest fears and biggest struggles that I had to overcome, which is being negative. I find commonalities with people from negativity, which is not the best thing, and I tend to change that. So being negative stems from maybe insecurity, anxiety, or whatever, and I'm trying to change that, because you can choose to be negative all day, but it doesn't bring you anywhere. It just brings you dark into a deep hole. But choosing to be positive in this life and just realize, why was I negative in the first place? Like, who taught me to be this negative? Like, I can tell myself that I want to start being positive. Maybe everyone assumes that living alone is terrible, and it's, you got no one, you have to do all of this chore, you have no communication, you have no network, no friends, no one to cook for you, or yada yada yada. But I think it's all of those stuff that other people are saying that made me have such a negative look on living alone in the beginning of the few months that I came here. But after a while, I realized that those are other people's opinions, and I should have my own. I should start being positive, because those negative maybe didn't stem from my own opinion. Like, what is my true opinion of living alone? Recently, I've experienced that it's actually pretty freeing, like being able to do or eat, control what you eat, like control when you're gonna exercise, when you're gonna clean up, when you have free time, when you need to be disciplined, when do you wash your sheets, when do you start to build networking, when do you need to sleep earlier, when do you need to meditate, drink more water. I'm starting to take care of myself more, and I have time and space for that to grow and be an independent individual, finding who I am through living alone. And all that time that helps develops my own character and challenges and arcs and next steps, which I find pretty extremely helpful nonetheless. It's extremely helpful. And another thing, thirdly, as I mentioned, is taking care of myself. I didn't realize how much I wasn't taking care of myself until I consciously switched my mind to take care of myself more, because I didn't realize I wasn't disciplined enough. Like, I would just tell myself, oh, go to sleep in 30 more minutes. Go to sleep in 15 more minutes. You could drink 3 cups of chocolate. You could like eat that whole box of cookie. Maybe you could watch a little bit of Netflix right now. Maybe you don't have to go to gym. Maybe you don't have to stretch. Maybe don't do French. Maybe don't get that app. Those are all stuff that came to my mind that I know doesn't discipline myself and doesn't grow myself towards my goals and doesn't help with discipline and taking care of myself. I know that. And I didn't realize I wasn't like, I give into those thoughts sometimes. And I don't take care of myself because of how overwhelming these thoughts get, how often they come creeping up. It's like the devil and the angel on your shoulder at the same time. And it's quite bursting through my skull how this interaction is on a daily basis. I don't realize this. But as I analyze it more, I realize what I need to do. I realize I need to discipline myself more. And I need to relax sometimes too. And I need to know the balance and when to treat myself, when to rest, when to take care of myself, how to take care of myself, what to take care of myself. I realized that I am still a big baby at 19. I realized that there are so many bad habits and good habits that I've endured, so many demons I have to face, but I realized that I didn't know who I am. I wasn't taking care of myself as I thought I was doing. Like, I'm not saying that I wasn't doing those things at all, but not as great of a progress as I would like it to be. So this is what I'm kind of focusing on this year as well. Yeah, comment down below on what you think about everything that I said and what your main focus is on 2025, what your realization is 2024, whatever. Chat, tell me how I'm doing. And no one's probably gonna watch it, but I'm still gonna upload because I love making these videos. Peace out.